People encountering Nichiren Buddhism for the first time are often surprised by the stance taken toward desire, which seems to contradict prevailing images of Buddhism. For many, Buddhism is associated with asceticism, and indeed there are many schools and traditions which stress the need to eliminate desire and sever all attachments. The deeply ingrained tendencies of attachments and desire are often referred to by the English translation earthly desires. However, since they also include hatred, arrogance, distrust and fear, the translation deluded impulses may in some cases be more appropriate. But can such desires and attachments really be eliminated? Attachments are, after all, natural human feelings, and desires are a vital and necessary aspect of life. The desire, for example, to protect oneself and one's loved ones has been the inspiration for a wide range of advances, from the creation of supportive social groupings to the development of housing and heating. Likewise, the desire to understand humanity's place in the cosmos has driven the development of philosophy, literature and religious thought. Desires are integral to who we are, and who we seek to become. In this sense, the elimination of all desire is neither possible nor, in fact, desirable. Were we to completely rid ourselves of desire, we would end up undermining our individual and collective will to live. The teachings of Nichiren thus stress the transformation, rather than the elimination, of desire. Desires and attachments are seen as fueling the quest for enlightenment. Nichiren Buddhism teaches us how to use our struggles as catalysts for our enlightenment. This is the essential idea of the concept, that earthly desires are enlightenment. In contrast, early Buddhist teachings explained that we suffer due to our earthly desires' various cravings, attachments, illusions and destructive impulses. At the root of all earthly desires are the three poisons of greed, anger and foolishness. Therefore, in order to be freed from suffering and attain enlightenment, it was thought that one had to extinguish all earthly desires. This was based on the view that earthly desires and enlightenment are two independent and opposing factors that cannot coexist. However, it is an undeniable fact that so long as people are alive, they will continue to have desires, illusions and impulses. Based on the early Buddhist teachings, then, people would have to wait for their lives to end in order to be rid of desires, and to attain enlightenment. The Lotus Sutra overturns these earlier teachings, focusing instead on the infinite possibilities of life, and the joy of living in this world. This sutra teaches that desires are an integral part of life, and that they are one with and inseparable from enlightenment. This is because both desires and enlightenment are the workings, or expressions, of life itself. So rather than trying to disregard or deny our desires and attachments, through Buddhist practice we use our desires, frustrations and suffering as catalysts for attaining enlightenment. We should note that earthly desires or enlightenment does not mean that desires or afflictions constitute enlightenment in and of themselves. Rather, through correct faith and practice, they can serve as fuel for bringing forth our enlightened nature. When we practice this Buddhism, the nature of our desires also start to change. Our selfish wants, needs and motivations that were based on our lesser selves expand to encompass concerns based on our greater selves that extend to care and support for others. This transformation in our desires can be equated to an inner reformation, what we call human revolution.